Welcome back to the channel, everyone. When you're going through a breakup, it can feel like your ex is very happy without you, right? Especially in the beginning and after you guys just first broke up. It can feel like they are very happy without you. They don't care about you. Meanwhile, you're just sitting here heartbroken and trying to get them back into your life. That is exactly how I felt during my first breakup. I was all heartbroken, right? I was heartbroken, depressed. I was trying to get my ex back, and my ex was out living her life. She was happy. It seemed like, she was enjoying life, enjoying not being in this relationship anymore. And eventually she started dating someone new, and I was still heartbroken, right? It didn't feel like she cared at all about how I felt or, what I was going through. The truth is, your ex is happy right now. They are happy to not be in that relationship anymore because they are in the relief stage of the breakup. Right now, all they want to do is just create distance between the two of you. They want to enjoy their life. They want to live their life. They want to live their life peacefully without you chasing them and begging them and over pursuing them and possibly even start dating someone new. They are focused just purely on their life right now. They aren't focused on the past relationship that you guys had. They aren't focused on, talking to you and reaching out to you. They are just focused on living their life. They're putting their energy into them. They're putting their own energy into their own life. And right now, you're putting your energy into their life. You're putting your energy into them. You're portraying your energy onto them. You're doing that because you're the one that wants them back. So your thoughts, your words, your actions, it's all going towards them. All of that energy is going to them and their life, and they can feel that. Now, I will say that you can't just all of a sudden stop thinking about your ex, right? Because that's the first thing that you want to do, and it's the first thing that you're going to do. And I know that from experience. I thought about my ex for a very long time after the breakup, so I know how it feels, and I know, where you're coming from. But the thing that you do need to be doing, and what you need to be doing to stop thinking about your ex all the time, is forcing yourself to move. Get out of your head and start getting into your body. You actually need to start exercising. You need to start going for a walk. You need to start getting outside and moving around, or start working on a project. Maybe it's working on a project at your house or working on a project at your apartment. Whatever the case may be, you need to get out of up here, because right now you're just stuck in here. All of your thoughts and your emotions are keeping you up here, and you're not, forcing yourself to go and do anything. You need to get outside. You need to start exercising and start getting in here. Start getting inside your body. The reason that this is going to be good for you is because we as humans, all the time when we're going through something like this, or just in general, even I do still here and there, we just get stuck up here. We get stuck up in our thoughts and our emotions and anything that we're thinking about that's going on in our life. We like to get stuck up here and just stay there. When we do that and we get stuck in our head, we get stuck in our thoughts, what does that do? It can cause you to make bad decisions. It can cause you to not act properly. It can cause you to do things like reaching out to your ex, trying to be around in their life more, trying to confess your love and get them back into your life when they don't want to hear from you and they don't want anything to do with you right now. It causes a mess of our emotions. It makes our emotions all messed up and out of whack and out of place. So you need to start moving. It doesn't matter what you do. You just need to start moving. Go work up a sweat. Go start working on a project, but get yourself moving. Simply just go for a very light walk and start breathing in that fresh air from nature. It's that simple. And when you do that, when you're doing those things and you're moving and you're forcing yourself to move around instead of just sulking on your phone or sulking in your bed and watching Netflix and just waiting for your ex to come back, what that's going to do is break the cycle of you being stuck in your head, of you being stuck in your thoughts. Because especially if you work out very intensely, if you do something that's very intense and you do work up a sweat, it's really hard to think about your ex when you're trying to catch your breath. What that does is it actually makes you focus on yourself, right? Think about it. You're focusing on yourself because you're out of breath. You're sweating. You're like, oh, I'm sweating so much right now. I'm breathing heavy. I'm out of breath a little bit. I need to catch my breath. So that's your focus. Your focus isn't on what your ex is doing or just them in general. You're focused on trying to come back to normal breathing. I'm telling you, this does help. Once you start moving, you start exercising consistently, it does help you in this journey of your breakup. These are the things that I did. I started getting in the gym more consistently, and I started being really, really consistent with going to the gym and, working out intensely and doing all those things. And every time that I was doing that, every time I was in the gym, every time I was doing some sort of exercise, my head and my thoughts weren't wrapped up in my ex. I wasn't even focused on my ex because I was focused on myself and what I was doing, and also sometimes trying to catch my breath. It's very important that you're not sitting around in your house and doing nothing, because as I'm sure you know, right? When you're sitting around, no matter what it is that you're doing or where you are, if you're just sitting around doing nothing, that's when the floodgates open. That's when they open, and all of these thoughts, all of these memories, all of these emotions about the breakup, about your ex come back, and they just overwhelm you and they overtake you. That's why you can't be sitting around doing nothing, because when you do that, if you do that consistently, if you're doing that now, you're never going to move on. You're never going to get through the breakup. You're never going to give them a chance to come back into your life and let them come to you. When you're exercising, when you're hanging out with friends, when you start that business that you've been wanting to start, or when you're trying to work hard to level up in your career, those are the things that are actually going to help push you forward through this breakup. It's going to help push you through these difficult times. During this time, when your ex is in the relief stage, because this is the longest stage, it's the hardest stage to get through, you have no other choice but to just ride it out. You have to ride the wave, basically. There is no time limit to it. You have no other choice but to let it go. Your ex is only focused on themselves right now. It's only focused on their own life, and you have to let them be. You have to let them come to you. This is the reason why they seem so happy without you, because they are in this relief stage right now. They're not wondering about you. They're not thinking about you. This may sound hurtful, but they don't care, how you're feeling. They don't care what you're doing, because they are relieved to be out of this relationship. Maybe it was a toxic relationship. They are relieved to have this distance from you, to have this time and space away from you, because maybe you did, act very toxic after the breakup. You were chasing, you were begging, you were pleading, you were over pursuing and doing all of these negative things. So this is where they are right now. This is their thought process. This is how they're feeling. And there's nothing that you can do to change that besides being in no contact, forcing yourself to move, getting out of your own head, and actually putting your energy into your own life. You need to actually be working on yourself and putting in the work, and remembering that there is no time limit to no contact. There is no set amount of time to when no contact ends or when they should reach out to you. Who knows if and when they're going to reach out to you? You don't know that. I don't know that. No one knows that. But the best chance that you have of them coming back into your life and reaching out to you and thinking about you is getting them curious about you, getting them wondering about you. And the only way that you do that is by actually working on yourself, by actually getting out of up here, not staying up here. You need to get in your body and start forcing yourself to do things. Start, distracting yourself, not distracting, but for the moment distracting, until you become consistent with doing something that removes your time and attention away from just sitting around sulking and being sad. And it's not going to be easy, but you have to work on yourself, and you have to do it consistently, and stop being attached to the outcome of how long no contact should take, because again, there is no time limit, and it's going to take how long it takes, or they're not going to come back into your life, because unfortunately, not every single ex does come back, just like mine didn't ever come back. So if you did take some value away from this and you did enjoy, make sure you like and subscribe right down below. And if you do want to work one-on-one with me, you want coaching, go down to the link in the description below is my stand store. I would love to help you with whatever problem you're going through, and I know I can help you. I will see you in the next video.